Hey guys, so today I'm gonna talk to you about something I was actually talking about with my girlfriend just the other day, where she asked me, "What is it like when you're experiencing?" or something along those lines, or like when you're in deep meditation or something. Like, what are you experiencing? What are you like seeing? Because she feels like she's not having the same level of experience that other people are like maybe projecting. And so there's been some questioning going back and forth about like describing my experiences and what it's like for me. And then I even brought up an experience with her where I led her on a journey, and she had like a whole like, detailed experience that she was able to like convey back to me. So then I asked her, what was that like for her? Because as like she as like a new initiate or whatever, new person like experiencing meditation, she had like that full experience, so she can like translate it into like layman's terms so we can like help other people understand it maybe. And she said through the experience it was all about daydreaming. Like it felt like she was not all about daydreaming, she felt like she was daydreaming. And so when you're daydreaming, and my words that I use is like imagination land or imagining. But she said like the more you daydream, then the more like vivid the experience becomes, and that can become all the way up to the point where you actually like lose touch of the reality around you, tune out of your experience, and then like tuning in more into like your meditation and stuff. Um, and so I found this cute little jaguar totem right now, just so, hello, hi, I'm a jaguar. He's gonna go right here next to my camera for inspiration. Um, yeah, he's already making me happy. Look, check it out. So, um, what I was like learning was like that there's probably not a whole lot of separation except for like in the terminologies between like imagination land and daydreaming. I think like they're both like meditating. It's all like cruising the conscious field in our awareness, and then it's just like what we're seeing, experiencing, or going through on a mental level. And the idea behind this is to open it up to everybody, that it's as easy as it sounds hard. Like the hardest part of it is the consistency of meditating, daydreaming, imagining, and like putting yourself down and sitting there and going through it. She even pointed out in myself like how hard it is for me to have like a consistent meditation program. Like I don't meditate at all. Like really, uh, I do, but I don't, and it's definitely not consistent. It's definitely not like regimented, and it's the hardest part is just doing it consistently. It's not anything that's difficult to do. You sit down, you can like imagine or think almost anything that you want to do. It could be from a problem to like an experience you want to have. Imagine unicorns and rainbows, like a whole experience of like Care Bears. You can even like think of problems or events or circumstances or challenges or reservations, insecurities, illnesses, like anything that you want to like sit down and go through in your imagination, daydream land space. That's what your experience is going to become, and it becomes more and more and more vivid the more consistent you are with it. Even like if you're really evolved or advanced or whatever like terms they put on it, if you're not consistent within your meditation, it's gonna be harder, much harder than if it was if you were consistent. And it's up to us to maintain this consistency and hold ourselves accountable. Yeah, I'm talking to myself. Holding myself accountable and getting back on a stronger regimen, so that way I can have the type of experience that I'm looking for, which is more detailed, more involved, more vivid. I'm looking for a more vivid meditation. And so I thought that was like really interesting that she brought up that the hardest part about doing it is just the consistency. It's sitting down and like listening to your mind, putting on some like nice melodies. And the hardest part is just being consistent with it. So we just have to learn to be consistent. Now, again, it's daydreaming, imaginations, meditating land. Like, you think about it. You start to like curb it. And like at first, if you don't know what to think about, you have to like say blue balloon, purple balloon, green balloon. And then that starts to like create those images in your mind. And then the more you get into it, the more it starts to like self-simulate or self-create the experience. It's just like when you're arguing with somebody so intently in your mind that you're like saying their thoughts without actually thinking their thoughts. You just assume what their responses are going to be. And there's no like understanding of like where their whole point is in the construction of it. And so it can be like so self-simulated that it's like that, where you're just saying your piece and then their words are simulated back to you. And then the objective is to A, get more clarity and vividity out of it, and B, see how this can help us have a better experience. All of it's designed to help the path of self, all about I. How is this going to benefit me? How is this going to help me? How is this going to make it so I can have a better experience? Even if your experience ultimately is serving others, like all of it is for us, that how can I be the best self so then I can give that back out? And ask all of your experiences, ask all of your meditations, hold yourself accountable, look at yourself, what are your reservations? And then bring that to light, bring that to focus, hold it accountable. Say, you know what, these are not okay actions. I need these actions to change self. These are not okay thought problems. I need these thoughts to change self. Or if you're like thinking of something like unicorns and they come across like something negative, then fix the negativity, fix that distortion within your mind or your imagination or in your dream. And that actually has an impact on your reality. It's psychology. This is proven through that psychology field that if there's no difference between imagination land and physical land to ourself. If there's negativity perceived anywhere, then that negativity does exist and symbolize within our vessel. We're not going to be operating at our best self. So let's purge ourselves of all forms of this negativity. Sit with the anxiety, sit with the frustrations, sit with the anger, understand ourselves, listen to ourselves, and teach ourselves from a loving way. Hey, I love you, Brandon. You know, it's okay. I'm here for you. I understand why you're upset. It was a really frustrating day for you. But guess what? I'm here for you no matter what. And I love you and it's okay. And you can be frustrated. You can talk more about your frustrations. Or we can move on from this. But either way, like, I'm here with you. And then just hold yourself with yourself. Only ultimately you can pull yourself out of those states. So be there for yourself and be your own champion in your own light when you need to and you're just hurting. And like come to you and say, hey, it's okay. Cheer up. Head up. We'll be all right. So I'm going to close. It's imagination land, dreamland, daydreaming, thought land, up here, mental space. I'm labeling it as clairvoyance. The more you practice it, the more your clairvoyance comes through. The more you hold that energy accountable, the stronger your like influence over that realm becomes. We can get lost in the daydream, we can get lost in the thoughts, we can get lost in it, or we can be mindful of it, we can be active in it, and we can control it. We can influence it to have a more positive experience. How can this make my experience more positive? And our experiences is all about benefiting others. So it's going to help me, it's going to help you. It's a win-win. So I just wanted to help clarify some of that. Might do a refinement video, but that's the video for this week. So have a great day.